Good morning, friends. I am Teddey Hicks, and I'm reading you an affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day. Today's August 24th, and our affirmation is I am floating through life. Have you ever seen a piece of seaweed floating along on the surface of the water, gathering nutrients it needs, using sunlight to stay alive, and thriving in its surroundings, not worrying about where it's been or where it's headed, just floating through life and doing what needs to be done in the present moment? What if everything would go exactly right if we just didn't create resistance? What if all the worrying we do is blocking the flow of peace, security, and abundance in our lives? What if the key to having everything we want is to go with the current and trust that we'll always get what we need? I don't know about you, but relaxing into the flow of life sounds really good to me. Love, Teddey. So, obviously, we have to be deliberate about lots of things in our life. We have to be intentional about the choices we make. But there's a lot of opportunity to be more at peace with what's happening on a day to day basis rather than constantly resisting everything and worrying about everything. There is an opportunity for us to say, I trust that the path that I'm on is going to get me somewhere good, right? And I'm willing to go along with this, even if bits of it are uncomfortable for me. And in order to do that with faith and with a sense of peace, you have to tap into this like bigger universal energy, right? You can't keep believing that you are responsible for everything, that you are you're like an island, right? Like you're like a solo person on this journey and not being affected by anything else. Because when you realize you're part of this bigger thing, right? Like we're all connected in some way, and there is all of these energetic forces kind of influencing the things that happen to you based on the energy that you're generating and putting out into the world. You can understand how you're kind of in cooperation with all of these other factors in the world, right? And you can decide how you want to feel, decide how you want to think, decide what energy you want to generate, what you're willing to align yourself with. Do that work for yourself internally. I mean, obviously, that is a lot of work on a regular basis. I talk about that a lot. And then trust that you are synced up with these greater forces in the world that are going to kind of gently guide you along this path and take you where you want to go. It does take a lot of faith because we're used to thinking that we're responsible for everything and that we have to micromanage our lives and that we have to stay vigilant and watch for danger. And there is such a peace in letting some of that go and just saying, I trust that whatever's happening here is the right thing for me right now. And I don't have to love every bit of it. That's the hard part too, right? Like when you're uncomfortable, it's really tempting to say this isn't going right. I hate this. I have to fix this. I'm going to change course. I'm going to do something differently. And sometimes some of the work is in just being in that moment and saying, I'm uncomfortable. What do I have to learn here, right? This sucks right now. But I trust that there's something here for me to learn. The reason this is cropping up for me, the reason that I'm on this path, the reason my life has taken this turn is because there's something here for me. There's something for me to gain. There's something for me to learn. There's something for me to let go of. There's something for me to know. So this idea of floating through life isn't about just giving up and going, whatever, like I don't care what happens to me, but it is about intentionally aligning yourself with the energy that you want to have and trusting that these greater forces, whether you call it God or whether you call it the universe or whether you just understand it as like an energetic higher self, right? That you're connected with other people on this energetic level. You can allow yourself to just be kind of enveloped into that experience and know that everything that's happening for you is happening for a reason. And even if you make choices, I mean, you still have free will, right? Like you can still make choices about what you do in your life and what path you choose to take and what you do on a daily basis. But you can also relax and trust that all the events that happen to you that you don't have control over are working for you in some way and that they're taking you somewhere you need to go. I mean, we can't just leapfrog from thing we love to thing we love to thing we love, right? There's learning and there's growth inherent in this life process. And so floating through life means you don't necessarily have to resist or create drama or make a whole story around the things that you're not in love with, the things that you're uncomfortable with right now. You can just be in it and trust that life is supporting you and trust that you're going in the right direction and trust that if you're going through something really tough right now, it won't last forever and you will get through it and you will see the beauty of it on the other side. I hope that's helpful for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow with the next affirmation. If you have a second to like this video and subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Bye.